Hey guys, it's DJ. Now I know this may look a little different, kind of like a weird angle, but the reason why is because since it's Christmas time, it's at my desk. It's currently taken by my Christmas town, so just letting you know. So that's why it's kind of like a weird low, high angle, if you want to call it that. And that beeping, which is right above me, is my smoke detector, even though I just changed the battery, so I don't know what's going on about that, but figure it out. But anyway, today we're going to be explaining my latest short film, which I did with the group, that I'm going to be explaining that because so a few people, when it was released, had a little bit of questions on it, and we had told them what the answers were to their questions, but they were still confused afterwards, and they were still asking some questions. So we're gonna get into the video. So that's what today's video is gonna be about. So let's get started. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be watching it on my computer, and then so I can react to it as it's going on, and also explain at the same time. So as soon as the film begins, starts out with me and Caden on the bed watching Jurassic Park. Now we were originally supposed to be playing the video games for this, but obviously didn't work out because, yeah. So we ended up watching Jurassic Park. So with the red ball and baseball, is that since our film was set in 1998, was that I had to do some research about some food and drink products that were around in 1998, and Red Bull was one of them. Now, I don't like Red Bull, so I'm just saying, but since it was a popular drink at that time, we just stuck it in there anyway. And then the D-backs, of course, which just came out in 1998, March of 98, and their season would have just have finished. But we just wanted to continue watching baseball because, baseball season still continues after October because that's when postseason is, so that's what that scene is about. This next scene is us walking across the street because he got out of the house, and we're walking to to get some Red Bull, and we're gonna walk back. Now when we were filming this scene, it took a long time because we were debating if we were gonna put audio in it and stuff like that, but that's just, I'm just describing the film also. But so anyway, it shows us walking, shows some, here's eerie music. Now, this shot right here, in front of this window here, was that we made this shot because we wanted to give a little bit of a mystery in the film, right out of the bat of the film, as soon as the film first started. So what we did is that, of course, the viewers of the film don't know this, but since you already watched the film, hopefully, but if you, but in our script and also in the film is that we wanted to have a little, like I said, have some mystery in it. Now this shot right here of this window, this is supposed to be our friend's house, which is Kay. But of course, if you're the first time watching this, you wouldn't know this because you haven't seen it yet. But that's the reason why we did this shot right here from the window. Now this next scene here with Rachel, which is my friend's name in real life, but in the film she plays Kay. Now, originally, like I said, when we first wrote that we're gonna have her carrying her dog out because she was gonna walk her dog, and she was going to be walking in, and that's how she was going to see us. But her dog didn't want to cooperate, so we had to do it this way. Now, again, with technical stuff here about the film, is that you probably don't need to know this, but since we're making an explanation video, might as well tell you. So, we had to do the shot where Rachel was talking, and also this shot here because when we were filming, the sun was bright outside. It was probably about 4:30, I would say. And now the sun, of course, that's its brightest time of the day. Well, here in Arizona, anyway. And when we first filmed, Caden, look, the sun was literally right behind his head, and you could not see his face at all. And when we were filming, sometimes the sun would be bright in your face. You couldn't see anything, and it's just hard to speak because you can't see anything at all. Alright, so jump forward a little bit. Is that, well, not a little bit, but maybe about 30 seconds, is that it's after dinner because it's after dark, and you see, originally when we first did this is that we wanted to have us coming back and walking back and says, "Hey, it's getting late. We want to eat some dinner at my place," and we're like, "Sure." So anyway, so that's what we're going to do. But for time's sake, is that we just change things up. So it goes straight from us saying, "Hey, you want to hang out with us?" and the next slide is straight up us get on the bed again watching Jurassic Park. Now, since we had to film this, we filmed, I think, 2 or 3 times. Yeah, I think it was 3 times. That we watched Jurassic Park about a lot. I would say halfway through the beginning through all the way to the end. So I'll say about 2 or 3 times. So it shows the watching in the bed, watching Jurassic Park. Now, Jason, a little bit of background on him, is that Jason is supposed to be the new kid in town. So that's why the mom was like, "Hey, invite this person in, welcome him in." So then he opens the door, he's like, "Hey, I'm Jason," and, so. Of course, we don't know who he is because he's brand new. He claims he just moved into the neighborhood, and he wants to, make friends because, when you're new, especially if you're a kid, you want to have some friends. Now, if you didn't hear, he asked if you wanted to play some baseball because he has a bat that he brought along, and he's asked if you want to play, and of course we say sure. Now, of course, Caden hasn't come into the room. Now, Caden, that's my friend's name in real life. His screen name is Keith. Sorry if I get it wrong, but he's at somewhere else. So, but he asked me and Rachel if you want to play some baseball, and she's like, now in her mind, when she sees this kid for the first time, as soon as he enters the room, she already has a sense that something kind of weird and off about this guy. Like, she doesn't know what it is, but she knows something that we don't, and a little bit of preview here is that she gets it right at the end because if you get him with the bat, you kind of get the reference why it's called Jason, and yeah. So this next scene right here is now dark, and we're at the park, ready to play some baseball. So Rachel, of course, well, should I say Kay, like I said, she still knows that something's off about this guy that we don't know. So that's why she's saying, "I'll just be the announcer," because A, she knows something's wrong with this kid, and 2, she doesn't like baseball anyway, so she's like, "Well, if I have to do it, might as well just do the easy thing, which is be the announcer, which is, like batting first, batting now, and now pitching and striking and stuff like that." So that's what's going on. That right there is the slant question, is like, hey, where is everything? That sets the tone for what's going to happen next. Dylan, or should I say, Jason, he was going to try to kill Keith because he was going to hit him in the back of the head with his baseball bat, and then Kay was seeing that, and that's why she pushed Jason, and we started running. So we run back to the house thinking that we're all safe, and then we run to the bedroom, and right now Kay is going to get really mad at us because, like I said, she's going to tell us right now that she knew that something was wrong, but no, we had to screw it up, and we had to go anyway and play baseball and almost get killed. When we first started the film, when we first started writing the film, like it was when it was in its writing phase, is that we wanted to do a comedy originally. We were gonna have a totally different kind of film, but we had to redo it because of some things that for reasons. So anyway, still wanted to have some of that comedy. So this was the only some of the comedy, or you could say only comedy that we have. Moment of truth. So now we're going to try to figure out what we're going to do with this kid that tried to kill us all. Now the reason why that now she has the bat is now to protect us, because if you notice that in that scene there that she pushed him to the ground and she took the bat, so now we're protecting each other. We're now protecting us from him. Now Jason. The reason why he's kind of psycho now, because obviously he tried killing us, and now he's saying it just wanted friends and mad. It's because okay, like those Lifetime Element movies, if you've watched them or seen parts of them, or any other horror movie or bad character villain, is that they just wanted something like I just wanted friends, or they just wanted to just be normal. But obviously, he can't be normal. So look what happens next. Now, this was one of my favorite, not favorite, but scenes to watch. Now, that right there, with the Barney song playing, is because we duct taped him up to a chair, and of course we duct taped his mouth. Is that the reason why we chose Barney was because we wanted him to get tortured. Now, we weren't going to torture him, but social, like not social media, but the culture at that time was. So that's why we decided to do Barney, because Barney was a popular thing in the '90s. So like, hey, and of course we were playing teenagers in the role because we're already teenagers. So of course we're playing teenagers in the late '90s. So what is that thing that each teenager doesn't like in the '90s or hate in general? Barney. So that's why we chose Barney to torture him. So that's how it ends. It ends us calling 911 and telling him that we have a crazy person in our house. Now, that house, of course, wasn't mine, of course, because, the wall was totally different. But that was my friend Rachel's house that we filmed in. Thank you to her for letting us use her house to film. The film would have made sense if we did a little bit of different things differently. But since we were on schedule, because our film was due on Tuesday, the day before Halloween, and I'm gonna say this is that the reason why I had to film 3 times is because we filmed the first time, thinking that everything was good, but then when we were reviewing the footage, things were slightly blurry and things didn't turn out quite the way we wanted. So of course we reshot on the next week. Well, turns out that that night, as soon as we finished filming, we got a text from Rachel saying that all the footage, or most of the footage that we shot, were gone, like almost all of it. So we're like, okay, what are we going to do now? Well, we had to shoot everything, almost the entire, like literally, we did shoot the entire film in about a 3-hour time span, from like 4:30 to like 8. So we managed to do it, but it was it was really fast. We had to make sure we couldn't screw up at all. So again, I kind of hope that this explanation video kind of helped, and if it didn't, well, just rewatch the video. Watch this first, then watch our film, and then hopefully it makes sense. And if it still doesn't make sense, just drop down on the comments and ask the questions, and I'll try to answer them. But again, hope this made sense, and thanks for watching. Comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.